Hi everybody, Good on my great unedited channel. Today I wanted to talk about something that just kind of came across my like tech radar that I sort of passively follow a little bit because I think this is really becoming a really massive issue, and I don't think there's enough people talking about it, and I think there needs to be more people talking about it to start raising awareness about this. We're getting to a point where I think this particular issue needs to be starting to be addressed more than it is. And so I'm just going to talk about it in just kind of a candid sort of way and try to make as much sense of it as possible, and then just sort of voice why I think this is a really bad thing, what needs to be done about it. So I heard about an article that Oracle laid off over 10,000 positions across multiple divisions, and we'll talk about this in a second here. Divisions as mass layoffs begin to fuel AI investments. Companies reportedly reducing headcount to fund data centers. Right there, right off top of the bat, this is already a problem. This verbiage is very much an issue with me. It should be an issue with you if you're watching this. Oracle should be publicly called out for this, honestly, because this is not okay. Basically, Oracle has begun mass layoffs based on reports by various people who worked at the company. According to the BBC, around 10,000 positions have been affected on the number of active staff accounts in the firm's Slack messaging system so far. And then there was a post from LinkedIn, from Michael Shepard, which is what we'll talk about here actually in a bit, as I said. And he's basically saying, like, today, Oracle conducted a significant reduction in force that impacted some of the most talented, dedicated, and high-performing people I've ever had the privilege of working alongside of, according to Michael Shepard, senior operations manager at Oracle, said on LinkedIn. Let me be direct. This is not a performance action. The individuals affected were not let go because of anything that they did. Many of them are people you call when something is truly broken, ones who show up early, stay late, and carry institutional knowledge that took years to build. Okay, so right off the bat, this is a problem. Mr. Michael Shepard, sir, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever read about letting people go on the internet. If these people were so valuable to you, you would have a good conscience, sir, to not fire people, period. And if they provided invaluable knowledge to your company, you just made a very rotten, disgusting business decision. Okay? Period. The company has not released a comment about its global reduction in force at the time of writing, but there have been reports that it will axe thousands of positions and freeze hiring. Earlier in March, rumors say that the cloud infrastructure firm is calling its numbers after investing billions of dollars on hardware. This is the big one, hardware, and betting on big AI. However, this is much spending means that the company is expected to be in the red until 2030. It's rumored that many of the active affected employees will be replaced by AI. Again, this is a problem. A disturbing trend after Microsoft's AI boss said that the AI can replace every white-collar job in 18 months. Oracle isn't the only one that's been cutting employee numbers in recent months, with Dutch chip equipment maker ASML laying off about 1,700 management workers, and EA reducing headcount in Battlefield-related studios. Meta has not laid off employees yet, but there have been rumors that the company is reducing employee bonuses for the second time in a row as it spends billions on AI hardware and talent. Okay, again, I will go back to this, that people like Michael Shepard are just adding insult to injury to the already growing job market problem, and the fact that there are some people being laid off and laid off and laid off because someone decided that somehow AI was a glorified computer output system that should replace people's jobs, and it can't. And that's just a disgusting behavior with absolutely no moral backbone whatsoever. And this post in particular from Mr. Shepard, frankly, made me quite angry because I don't appreciate the way that he's wording this in like a, uh, he's trying to act like he cares. And quite frankly, I don't think he does. I think what this was basically, I think this was a PR stunt to make it sound like that these people are, talented and the talent pool is now bigger. When ironically, okay, so you're gonna lay off thousands of employees to replace AI or to be replaced by AI. So why did you post this? Okay, this is a problem. This clearly shows that Mr. Shepard has absolutely no moral backbone when it comes to laying off people, because now there's more people that cannot afford to keep their family fed and their utilities running and everything else, because this is just apparently what we do to people. And he goes on to say that today Oracle conducted a significant reduction in force that impacted some of the most talented, dedicated, and high-performing people I've ever had the privilege of working alongside. Let me be direct. This is not a performance action. The individuals affected were not let go because of anything they did, according to what in the same post basically here. You can kind of like read it yourself a little bit here. But this one here, this is the problem factor right here. To every tech company, cloud provider, defense contractor, enterprise organization reading this, you just got handed a rare opportunity. The talent pool that hit the market today is not average. These are senior engineers, architects, operation leaders, program managers, and technical specialists with deep expertise in cloud infrastructure, government, and sovereign cloud environments, and enterprise scale systems. Many hold active clearances. All of them are proven. If you are hiring, move fast. The caliber of talent does not stay available long. To anyone affected who needs reference, a recommendation, or just someone in their corner, my inbox is open. All right. So let me highlight this right here, okay? So basically what this guy is saying is that these people that Oracle just let go are apparently very talented, okay? But if they're so talented, you just made a very horrible business decision by letting these people go. Because apparently you think that a data center is somehow smarter than a human being, which it is not. Okay, point blank. I am really getting, this is becoming a red flag kind of a problem. And ironically enough, there was a meeting that Trump had with several businesses, including the likes of Facebook and Microsoft, and Oracle was actually at this roundtable that Trump had, where he was basically saying that he wanted to invest in AI technologies because he wanted the U.S. to be the leading, powerhouse when it comes to AI. That is a problem for me, point blank, because it basically shows that instead of empowering the American people, you are empowering the machine, because machines don't cry and whine and complain when they don't get time off and everything. And so it's basically easier to cut a job and say that we don't want to have to deal with paying out benefits or whatever and stuff like that, and we're going to replace you with a computer. And I'm sorry, there needs to be a level of which there's some accountability and some moral backbone basically put up on this. And I am not okay with this as an American citizen whatsoever. I think that there needs to be more anti-AI activists that basically start saying we're not going to put up with this and be taken over by a machine. I think it is, I'm sorry, it's just blatantly disgusting to me that this is considered okay, that this is a business practice that we do, and people don't deserve this. People should not have to go into their job wondering whether or not they're going to be replaced by a machine, in the next couple of hours or something like that. People are talented. We are designed by a creator God to have intelligence, to learn, to teach, to grow. And basically for you to replace a human being with an AI computer is basically telling God to go stuff it, basically. It's an insult to the Lord. It's an insult to God and his creation. There needs to be some moral call-outs for this. You are dehumanizing his creation, which is a much larger discussion in of itself. And frankly, Mr. Shepard, sir, I think you need to go have your heart examined by how you are treating the employees that you just fired at Oracle. So this is not okay. whatsoever. Something needs to be done about this. There needs to be some sort of uprising, legislation, regulation done. The president needs to get on the ball with this and realize that this is now costing people jobs. The job market is not stable. The job market is not good. In fact, it's actually getting worse, and it will continue to get worse if we don't do something, if we don't stop this nonsense. This is ridiculous. So yeah, I felt very passionately about this. I wanted to say something. And basically, yeah, that's just kind of like my point. This is not to be praised. This is to be shamed. This is to be called out. Or people need to write letters to Oracle. They need to write letters to your government constituents and whoever you can in your district, in your state. Please heavily consider calling your congressman and start saying that you're not going to put up with being replaced by a machine, and that this kind of stuff there needs to be some pushback, and we cannot let this go on. I'm sorry, this crap needs to stop right now. This is unacceptable behavior. Quite frankly, this is immature and unacceptable behavior to be treating people like this and discounting people, and all that. And I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. AI is not intelligent. It is a glorified Google search. Okay? It will never be intelligent. And you want to know why? Because AI was not given the breath of life from God. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. So if you think that AI is intelligent, then you're putting your trust in yourself. This is basically like the Tower it's in the Bible. There was a story about building a tower basically to the sky, tower to heaven. Basically, this is our tower to heaven to reach God. And at some point, this crap needs to be dismantled by the Lord. And it starts with us saying, for those of us that have moral backbones, that we will not put up with this stuff. So, nope, sorry, Oracle, you're in the wrong. You apparently profit and greed is more important to you than a human life. I would not want to work for your company, and that's okay. I wasn't planning to anyway. But this definitely puts a definite hard no on, basically the other way too is that if you want to definitely say no to companies like this, don't apply for companies like this. Don't put your money, take your pocketbook somewhere else with Oracle and stuff. I know they cover a large portion of the internet and everything, but this is where voting with your pocketbooks, calling your constituents, calling your government, calling whoever you can to start rising up against to say, we will not stand for this. Period. End of sentence. So anyway, that's all I got. I just wanted to bring it up, talk about it, voice, the honest truth. This is the brutal truth. This is the problem, and it needs to stop, basically. So yeah, if you feel as strongly as I do, please let me know in the comments section down below. I just think that this has just gotten very much out of hand. No one is talking about the moral implications that this is causing, the distress of families that this is causing, white collar jobs, blue collar jobs, whatever. This is not how you build up a country. This is how Rome fell. And unfortunately, it seems that for the moment, as much as I enjoy having the presidency that we have, at this current point in time, we're headed toward a train wreck.